WINANI'S podcast.
Hey! Welcome to WINANI'S podcast, where variety of information is being served. I'm your host, Winilin, and stay till the end of the show to be surprised more. For our first episode, we will talk about the rising problem of the world, poverty. According to the dictionary, poverty can be the state of being extremely poor or being inferior in quality or inefficient amount. This means that a person lacks the means to satisfy their basic needs, and it's very rampant nowadays due to the situation. However, it is defined poverty is complex. It doesn't go the same thing for all people. There are 6 types of poverty: situational, generational, absolute, relative, urban, and rural. Situational poverty is generally caused by a sudden increases or loss and is often temporary. Events causing situational poverty includes environmental disasters, divorce, or severe health problems. Generational poverty occurs in families where at least 2 generations have been born into poverty. Families living in this type of poverty are not equipped with the tools to move out their situations. Next, absolute poverty, which is rare in the United States, involves a scarcity of such necessities as shelter, running water, and food. Families who live in absolute poverty tend to focus on day-to-day survival. Relative poverty refers to the economic status of a family whose income is insufficient to meet its society's average standard of living. Next, urban poverty occurs in metropolitan areas with populations of at least 50,000 people. The urban poor deal with a complex aggregate of chronic and acute stressors, including crowding, violence, and noise, and are dependent of often indicate large city services. And last, rural poverty occurs in non-metropolitan areas with populations below 50,000. In rural areas, there are more single guardian households, and families often have less access to services, support for disabilities, and quality education opportunities. With this, it also involves risk factors that adversely affect families living in poverty, such as emotional and social challenges, acute and chronic stressors, cognitive lags, and health and safety issues. Thus, it widely affects every person, especially children. According to adb.org, in the Philippines, 16.6% of the population live below the national poverty line in 2018, and now are declining to 19.8% in 2020, and 18.7% in 2021. This may not be a disease like COVID-19, but it is a serious matter that even lives are at danger. With this not being paid an adequate global response, this will cause well in the near future. As a part of the young generation, I experience poverty. There are only few days that I get to see my parents not worrying about their tomorrow. Foods, clothes, rent, necessities are rapidly rising in price, but the salary of every worker is very slowly growing, and that made it hard to adjust to the situation. There is now we call the new normal. Students, parents, workers, teachers, and anyone who are employed and not employed, all of them are trying to survive and live a life, even if we all end up struggling. For students out there, poverty is not an hindrance in committing success. Keep going as solutions are just out there, waiting for you. Be brave to take on and have courage to pursue. Live to bring a change, but never get changed because of the way you live. We students are asking for empathy, not pity. Please show love to us because we are trying, using our small minds with big dreams and wide imagination. Learn, live, and love that applies to all. For today, I saw someone walking down the street with one shoe, and I said, "Hey, you lost a shoe. She said, "No, I found one." Credits to the owner. So that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed it. Once again, I'm your host, Winilin, from WINANI'S podcast, leaving you informations to consider and laughing mean to take. See you on our next episode only here at WINANI'S podcast. Bye!